I've had another go with the Farrier's rasp on this bow, well, a couple of goes really, and I've started cleaning it up with a scraper. You'll see it's like a series of little flats, which is the sort of thing they found on the Mary Rose bows. They attributed them to a float, which we believe is like a block of wood with several scrapers set in it edgeways. But this will give you an idea of how I'm working. This is the grip where there was a dip there. There's a spall of wood come out. You can see there's still a slight depression, but it's virtually all gone, and you'll see I've got this nice pattern of rings there where it's slightly thicker, slightly fatter at the grip. It's just made it a nice feature really. You can contrast that with this limb where it's just still rough rasped. Cameras tend to focus on the bench instead of the actual bow, so sticking a bit of paper there might give you a better picture. It was pulling 29 at £100. Since then I've taken the scraper, cleaned off all the tool marks, it's looking quite pretty now, but I thought I'd also show you some of the features. This, you don't normally see that side of it because I have it that way on the tiller, but that's quite a nice feature, and I showed that in one of the early videos. That's where there was a nasty knot. Now it's just a nice waggle, and you can see I've tried to keep it even, respect the flow of the wood, and the dip that was there is now barely visible, but again you've got some nice figure showing there. But what I want to do as well is, when I pull a bow to say 24 and measure the poundage, I normally say, well, that interpolates to something or other. What I'll do out of interest is I'll pull it to 24 and see what it weighs there. Then when I carry on pulling, we'll see if the figure at 24 does interpolate, you know, to what I said it would. So, that is 71 at 24. I'll write that down. Now we'll see where it gets to at 100. We'll watch it moving first. Right. Blimey. I can't actually read the scale properly, so I don't want to overdo it. I'm just going to mark where 32 is with a bit of chalk. There's a mark there, it's not quite right. That's one of the problems when you're pulling the bow on the tiller. It's very hard to keep an eye on the draw weight and the draw length and the curve of the bow. You can end up pulling it too far and smashing the bow, or pulling it to the right distance and overshooting the draw weight. It's not as easy as you might think. There we go, that was 100, I'd say that was about 31 and a half, but I haven't overdrawn it, but it doesn't need anything else to it. That's good as gold, but I'll review the video and work out the numbers and stuff. But if you wait there, I'll do it now. So 71 divided by 24 equals that, times 31.5 equals 93. It's actually 100, so the interpolated figures probably overestimate slightly. Of course, you can allow for the brace height and actually work out how far it's actually drawing rather than a draw length, but it's only ever an estimate and it's useful, which is the main point.